Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the All About Favor channel. I am your host, Pastor KZ. This is the Walk in Favor Network. I thought about what topic I would use to close this week out with, and this is what I thought about. Start focusing on what's ahead, what's up ahead for you. Stop focusing on where you are right now, and please get away from going over and over again and ruminating about the past. You've got to look forward and stop looking at what you left behind. See, sometimes what you left behind did nothing but hinder you and slow you down. Sometimes, see, that is one of the things the children of Israel was doing a lot of, that caused them to wander 40 years on a trip that would have taken less than 3 weeks. And this 40 years, it's because they kept looking at what they was leaving behind. They kept saying where we were was better than where we going. Well, they didn't know where they was going. They stepped out, took a leap of faith following Moses, and they just looked back all the time. You brought us out here, Moses, to die. We was better off there. At least we had food to eat. We're hungry. We want some food. So they got manna from heaven. They was tired of that. Then they wanted meat, so they got quails. They got tired of that. They just never was content or satisfied anywhere they were, and they slowed up their own progress. And I want to ask you today, are you the cause of things not going quick enough for you? Are you the hindrance? See, sometimes you can point fingers at other situations and other peoples and other scenarios when you know what? That is not the problem. The problem is right here, lies with you, because you're too busy focusing on what was, and you missing the door that's right there ready for you to open. See, God could furnish the door, but it's up to you to take your hand, turn the knob, and walk through the door. God is not going to do everything for you, and sometimes we are our own worst enemies. So what I'm saying today, to close this week off, move ahead with your life. Stop looking behind you. That's why there's a rear view mirror in the car for you to glance up periodically. But if you stay too long looking up there, you miss what's in front of you. Hey, don't miss what's up in front of you because you're too busy looking back. You know what? Sometimes you got to let go of people that no longer serve your purpose. There's some people who's not intended to go along with you all the way, every step of the way to the journey. I love one of Juanita Bynum's, Dr. Bynum's, one of her books that said, don't get on the train, or while you're on the train, something of that, where she uses the illustration of a train ride and people getting off the train and people boarding the train. And she said, there's always somebody on the train at the beginning, but then there's a depot that comes that person gets off of the train and someone else will board the train, yet you're still on it. So she uses this, a great illustration how in life there's people who are going to come and go in your life, and not everybody who got on the train with you is going to take the journey to the end with you, and you have to sometimes be okay with that. I love this particular scripture in the New Testament in Philippians chapter 3. A lot of people have it, posted in their rooms and on their walls and on their vision boards. Philippians chapter 3, verses 13 and 14. And it talks about, and this is from the Apostle Paul, and he's talking about, everybody knows it, forgetting those things which are behind me. And he's talking about reaching and pressing towards. That's the part right there where I pause it. Pressing towards. He said some critical things right there in just those few words. Forgetting. Now, let me explain something. The word forgetting does not mean you have no recollection or no memory of the past. What it is saying is, it is now time for me to move forward from this. It happened. I went through it. I survived it. Now No matter where I am in the process of this race, I've got to press. And the word press, what does that mean? That means you are pushing. You are pushing. You are applying pressure to something, meaning I got to press my way. Sometimes it gets hard. That's why people say I'm pressing on the upward way. That's because sometimes life gets hard. Sometimes life throws you a curveball and you got to press your way. Sometimes you don't feel like getting up Sunday morning going to Sunday school, but you press your way. Sometimes you don't feel like going to praise team rehearsal or choir practice, but you press your way. Some days you don't feel like standing as an usher. Your legs are tired, your knees are hurting, but you press your way. All the time, the man of God or the woman of God don't physically feel like getting up preaching, but they press. You don't feel like going to work sometime, but you press your way there. So that is what we're saying today. Sometimes you got to press your way, but you got to press your way towards something. You know, when you're pressing your way, that means you're moving forward. You're looking forward. It's time now for you to let go of some things and put it behind you. And you've got to start anticipating or looking forward to the future. And you've got to start living in the present. Some of you, you're living in the past. And it's time to get in the future and the present. You've got to get in the present so you can anticipate the future. Live in the moment. It's nothing wrong with living for today. We know tomorrow is not promised to us, so you better take advantage of every ounce of blessing that you have for today. Nothing is guaranteed. The only thing that is guaranteed is that one day we will transition. That's what's guaranteed to us. And getting caught up in all of the cares of the world and what's going on in society and all of this other stuff, no matter what, I heard someone say last week on, I don't know, on a newscast or something. I think, you know what? I think it was on Lunell, the comedian Lunell. She said something that was powerful. And you know, I know some of you, oh, Pastor Casey, you listen to Lunell. You can get a word even if it's from a donkey, honey. But she was saying, because her husband transitioned last week, and some of you didn't even know she was married, but she lost her husband, and she was really grief-stricken about it. And she was saying, she said, you know what, this right here experience that I'm going through with the loss of my husband right now, she said, and I don't feel good emotionally, but she said, this has taught me something. We take life for granted. We waste too much time on frivolous things that don't even matter. We spend our time too much on stuff that don't matter, and we miss critical moments with the people we love. She said, don't let time pass without spending time with people you love, because you don't know when that's going to be your last time with that person. She said, you know, I spent so much time on things that don't matter. And she's saying, no matter what you eat, no matter what you drink, no matter how in shape you are, at some point, we all got to leave this side. She said, but in the process between that day and leaving this side, she said, make today count. And don't live in the past and stop holding on to the past. Live in the now. Accept how things are and love each other. And most importantly, she said, love yourself. Y'all, I've been saying that for the past 2 weeks now. Love and nurture yourself. And don't miss critical moments. So I wanted to just close this week by letting you know there is nothing you can do that will change what happened yesterday. And look at it this way. Some of the stuff, God protected you from it. And sometimes you didn't even recognize the hand of God protecting you. So thank God for the small things, but now it's time for you to move forward with your life and embrace all of the new opportunities that's coming your way and that's up ahead. Thank God for all of the lessons Thank Him for the lessons and press forward. I know it might be hard to get past some things because some of the things that happened was hurtful. Some of the things that you went through was traumatic. But you've now got to press your way forward and enjoy life at some point. Move ahead. It will be well. Protect your peace at all costs. Get focused, find balance. And you know what? Love on yourself. Self-care is the best care. It will be well. Remember that scripture, Philippians chapter 3. Take a look at it this weekend if you get a chance. Have a wonderful weekend. At the end of this video, comment, like, and share. Share it with so many different people. Don't forget, continue to write in your journals. Journaling is critical. Journaling is critical. Subscribe if you have not already and hit the notification bell. I will see you back on Monday. Have a wonderful weekend. Y'all be blessed and always walk in favor as I do. I'll see you back Monday.